Hi everybody, welcome back to About This Aging Thing. It is the first Sunday of the month. You guys know what that means. Our acronym is SHIT. It is about black don't crack, but what about the other shit, right? So S is for sex. That's the first show each month. And this is the first Sunday of the month. So who do we have with us again today? Our resident sexologist, Mistress Angela.
Oh, so
yes. So listen, we're gonna let Mistress Angela remind you all of who she is and what she does. But before we do that, quite a few of you wrote into us, and thank you for that. Our first show, we're so excited to get so many comments from you all. And you guys said you love the show, but you weren't real quite clear about some of the things to do. Like she talked about how to pleasure yourself and how to appreciate yourself and be with yourself, and there were questions about that. So we're gonna let her address that first, and then she's gonna remind you all of who she is and why she's the one you want to talk to. Mistress Angela.
Hi, I'm so excited.
Oh, you guys don't forget, you got a glass, right? Let's drink. Yes.
Yes, sip,
We're
sip.
drinking wine Chablis today.
Not bad, not bad. So I'm super excited to be back with you and the family. So yes, some tips about intimacy, right?
All right.
How do you get started? I'm so excited you asked. Right? I brought one of my big bags.
Not the bag.
My treasure chest. That's
Not
what we
the
like to
bag.
call it. The treasure chest. Yes.
If there are children in the room, this is the time to move the children, you guys. Move the children.
This is not that bad.
Are you
This is
sure?
like-
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sure. I
You
didn't
guys
bring out the
don't know
cuffs.
her.
I didn't bring out the cuffs today.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, I digress. So what I say, start off simple, right?
Okay.
Find a special bag. I know most of us ladies out there have bags and bags and bags, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know I have a lot of bags. So I have a love bag, right? So let me show you a love bag. And a love bag is not just about sex, but it is about being intimate, right? So the first thing you want to do is the last time we talked about moisturizing your body.
Mm-hmm.
Pick out your favorite oil or lotion and have a travel size in your bag. And this is a very petite bag.
That's cute.
It's the on the go 5-minute bag, right?
Right.
So, anyways, love because it makes me happy. So pick
Right.
whatever you want and you put your little things in it, right? So whatever makes you happy. So if it's the lotion, put your lotion in your bag.
Oh, sorry.
No, I just want to see it there. It's Pop
I'm
Rocks.
excited.
It's Pop Rocks in my
All
essential
right, Pop
bag.
Rocks.
That's what's
Y'all know
up.
about that.
Oh, let's talk about it later. Anyway, I digress. So lotion in the bag, right? And the lotion is so you can get in touch with yourself. I want you, when you take a shower or when you get out of the bath or whenever you're moisturizing your body, don't just slather it on. And this is for men and women. Take your time, touch your skin, right? Moisturize your body, touch it. See what your skin feels like. You know, if I touch you, like, ooh,
Right.
put that lotion on, right? So you'll have a little lotion bag. So all your essentials go in here.
Okay.
My essentials are toys, right? I have a variety of toys. So for my self-pleasure times, or your self-pleasure times, have everything you want around you. Whatever you do for somebody else, do it for yourself. If it's candles, if it's light, incense,
Right.
or music or whatever. So my essential bag has those key things. First is the lotion, the moisturizer, because for myself or for my partner. And then I have toys, yeah. And then I have make sure you have your charger if you have toys, right?
Ain't nothing worse.
Oh my God.
Nothing worse than set up a date and the thing doesn't go. Not that I know, y'all. I just heard. That's what I heard.
So the next thing is a toy, something fun in your bag. So you have your moisturizer, something fun. And then the third thing is something special that means something to you. I love crystals, so I may have a special crystal in my bag, rose quartz or anything, right?
Right.
And something special in there for you so that when you see that thing, you know that it's time for you to get intimate with yourself. You're about to spend some time with yourself. So, yeah, those little things like that. Does that make sense?
I like what you're saying
You like
because
it?
you should prepare for yourself just like you prepare for someone else. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So now that you have your bag, the second thing is to schedule a time for yourself. Put it on your calendar. I'm going to stop working at 9 o'clock so I can take my bath and I can get relaxed and I can make time for myself before I get too sleepy. Because that's what happens. We get into bed and we're out. So schedule a time for yourself.
Right.
So first you got your bag. You have what's next?
the products that you're going to use and the things that to set up the room for yourself.
Right.
The
Whatever
candles,
you need to set up.
the incense, whatever you need.
Right. And then we have what's the next thing you need to have to make it successful?
Time.
Yes. Look at you. You ready? You ready?
I'm ready. I stay ready.
You stay ready.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
And
it's not about me. Go ahead.
The third is about all of us. We got to help each other. That's why I do this, right?
Right.
Third thing, most important thing, is the right mindset. So mindset about what your intentions are. If you want to just have some chill time with yourself, if you want to decompress, what's your intention? Because whatever you intend or you set in your mind is what's going to happen, right? If you believe in what goes around comes around sayings or karma or anything like that, then think about that. So whatever you intend to do, if it's with your partner or with yourself, if it's just getting to know your touch, if it's, having a great meal, set your intentions and then also stay focused. So that's a bonus one, stay focused. Right. Stay in the moment, stay present. Those 4 things. You got it?
Yeah. I know that, not me, but I heard that visuals can help.
There we go.
Visuals can help. So
yes.
I'm not going to promote any channels, but there are certain things you can go to that whatever you need to get you those juices going, get you going, it's out there for you free. That's what I heard.
So what I heard and what I've experienced for myself.
Right.
What you see sometimes it gets you in that space, right? So if you see something that kind of turns you on, or it's a challenge, like have a love Olympics type of thing with yourself or your partner, those channels are really good sometimes.
I'm going to share this, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, but you motivate me.
Yes.
So I used to date someone in another state, and we used to have dates. Where he was in one place and I was in another. I was in Atlanta, and we would have dates. And when I knew that we had dates, our phone dates, I would set up my room as if he were there, because it was for me as well. So I had my candles, my incense, and then I knew that he was calling me at 9, and I'd be red tea.
Yes.
I'm just saying, for those of you who are in long distance relationships, that's a great way to keep that exciting and good and new.
So I have a question. You said your date.
No questions. I'm the host.
Okay. Well,
so go ahead.
So the date was phone sex, then basically, right?
It was a phone date.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
okay.
And then maybe sex could have happened in the date. But yes, I just said it because you're motivating me to share.
Yes.
Like I look forward to that. So like we would talk throughout the day or early that day, and I'd be so excited to get home, do all that I had to do so I could be ready for my date at 9:00. And he was long distance, and we did that for 4 years. Don't ask about why. It doesn't matter why that in person now. I'm just saying it was a great 4 years of a lot of that. And we saw each other a lot too, though.
But that's hot, though. Like you think about dating throughout the day and the texting you do and the little flirtations you do when you have the anticipation of seeing someone.
Right.
That is hot. Like I think some of my best experiences have been that build-up anticipation.
Absolutely.
Like, I do costumes sometimes, right?
Right.
And I was a mermaid once upon a time. I'm magical.
I'm gonna share some pictures with you guys.
They're PG-13 pictures, but if you think about that, when you start to create that vision or that picture of that night, that is some of the hottest sex that you can ever get.
Absolutely. I'm telling you, I'm gonna say this. I've had some of the best orgasms in that scenario that I have had with the person actually there with me.
Oh wow!
Because it was so intense, and so anticipated. That's all I'm gonna say because y'all get in my business.
Oh, get in your business. Okay, I'm sorry. I digress. Did I answer the question though?
I think you did, Mistress Angela. Yeah, I think you did. Thank you. So I hope that helps, and we're gonna be talking about this more. Remember, you all, she's here every first Sunday of the month. So make sure you tune in the first Sunday of each month for Mistress Angela. Now, before we go any further, I just want she mentioned a little costuming. This is not quite a costume, but this is a bad outfit. And I just want you to remember that she's part of the 50 plus community. And I'm going to call her out. She was not expecting this, for her to stand up and show you all what she is wearing today, because it's hot. And I want to share it because this is one of the great ways to get. Some of you ask, like, how do I keep my relationship exciting? Bam, let's go.
Okay.
Show what you got.
Yes.
Yes.
Is this good?
Yes, show the outfit. Yes. Oh, there you go. Ah. That's it, okay? I'm just saying, now you all she'll tell you how to contact her at the end of the show if you need to ask her where she got that from. Because I'm going to ask. All right, so we're going to move on. Now, so today we're going to talk about, today is going to be a segment about letters. Like, so some people have written letters to Mistress Angela on our site, and I have not told her yet what they are. I'm going to read the letters to her because I think it'll be fun. And she's going to respond however she feels she should respond. These are questions to Mistress Angela, though, not to me.
Okay.
Nobody seems to care about me, but it's okay.
They do.
All right, I'm going to read them because y'all know I'm in the 50 plus or more community. And so I'm going to try to read these without my readers, but if I got to put them on, don't nobody call me out about it. All right. So this first letter says, I'm 55 and I'm 55 and a man who is 15 years my junior is in hot pursuit of me. I'm attracted to him as well, but he is, let me see what it says. He is only 5 years older than my son. What would you do? So she's attracted to the man. He's 15 years younger than she is, only 5 years older than older than her son. And she doesn't know what to do. Should she go for it, Mistress Angela, or should she run for the hills? That's the question.
So I would say, why not? Right? Mm-hmm. If there's something about you that's drawing this young man to you, and everybody's an adult, everybody's grown, your kids are grown, and who do you have to prove anything to? Right. And if this young person is interested in you, and they have a desire, they see that fire in you, why not?
You say go for it.
Go for it. I think because your energy may be younger than what your age, and you may be you're the only person thinking about your age. He doesn't care about the age. Or what is it that's making you hesitate to be with somebody 15 years younger? Now, if they weren't, like, definitely making sure they're legal, right? Don't go all that other stuff. Right. But why not? It's just age. You know, do you feel your age?
Absolutely not.
Okay, then. So age is what?
I haven't told you guys how old I am. I'm gonna tell you that on the next show. But let me say this. I don't feel like I was really clear when I read that letter. So let me say this. These are the things about it. She's 55. Okay. The guy who's in hot pursuit of her is 15 years younger, so that makes him 40.
I understand.
And her son is 35.
I understand. And
I'm just making sure I'm on the audience understand, because I feel like I kind of was all over the place with that letter.
So real talk, however she went. So one of the things that may be hesitation is that her son is only 5 years younger than the guy who's pursuing her, right? Mm-hmm. You have to think about where you were when you had your son. Mm-hmm. How old were you when you had your son?
She had to be like 20.
Right. So that's still relatively young, right? Some people don't have kids until they're older. So does that part really matter? You know, if you were a teenage mom and it was a difference, would it still matter to you?
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
So it just depends on the parameters. And now, if it's your son's best friend, I wouldn't go there, right? But that's a whole different dynamic. But if it's somebody that you really have a draw to, then why let age stop you? A really good friend of mine married someone younger than her, and it was the most amazing relationship that I'd ever seen. His maturity and her youthfulness balanced itself out, right? And it was an amazing union. So sign me up for the one that's younger than me, okay?
She's talking about me, y'all. But she's talking about me. Okay. Now, I was married to an amazing man who was 16 years my junior. Wow. This letter has nothing to do with me, though. My husband passed away. We lost him to brain cancer, but it was an amazing relationship, and I appreciate you honoring that by talking about it. You guys can, if you all want to talk to me ever, because you always want to talk to Mistress Angela, you can ask me about that as well. We had a great marriage, 8 years, only one argument. That's all I got to say about that.
Honestly, you're one of my inspirations. That relationship is one of my inspirations.
You told me this in front of all the masses?
It's family.
I have witnesses.
It's family.
All right, and I wanted to mention that I'm not going to mention the names of the people, even though people sent their whole names. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it anonymous because I don't know. I'm not really clear if people want everybody to know their business, so I'm going to leave it anonymous. So the next letter, we have three. I don't know if I said that. We have three. Okay. This one says, I'm a 49-year-old man. I'll be 50 in May. I'm single. Life is good and pretty much stress-free. However, I feel like I should be shopping for rocking chairs. My energy is low. My interest has changed quite a bit. My best friend is the couch. I used to be extremely active, sexually active, physically active, an athlete, and I'm no longer interested in any of those things. But I want to be. What should I do?
Wow.
I know. I kind of had a little tear on this one.
Yeah, but you know, I get a lot of men in that same space, right? The responsibilities of life. And we say it's hard for us as women, especially as women of color, but Black men have it especially hard. For so many different reasons. So a lot of times they get into that habit of just sitting on the couch and they lose their desire and their energy. So for that brother, take a step back and see what's causing you to lose your desire, right? Is it your relationship with your partner? Is it fatherhood? Are you on medications?
Right.
Because again, we don't put enough emphasis on what medications do to us. Maybe you could be a little depressed, and I know that's something we don't talk about, but I know that's something you're going to talk about. And your mood swings impact that as well.
Right.
So first, just kind of sit back and see where am I not happy at? First step. Second step, once you see those areas, do you really want to change it? Right? Do you really miss what that area brought to you? If it was intimacy, if it was just connection, if it was being healthy, do you miss it? And I would, with that miss it part, if you think about why did you stop going to the gym? Why did you stop working out, being active? Because that plays a huge part on your energy, right? Just by going and doing a quick walk increases your levels tremendously. Think about what it is. Was it an injury? Are you scared? Or maybe the neighborhood you're in is not safe. Not scared, because I'm talking about a brother, but brothers get scared too. What made you just say, F it, and just sit on the couch? Once you kind of sit down and do that, depending on what level of challenges you're facing, right? If it's medication or whatever, then we can need to talk about it, find somebody to talk to, your doctor or myself or another coach or something, and talk about that so we can get you up around that. Two, just to get up and move your body.
Right.
Move your body. So when you start to move your body, you start to think clear.
Feel better.
Yeah, you feel better, you think better, and then you can really make some really real changes about what's going on. And then you can get to the libido part, because the libido is going to be the last part. It's the reason why it's driving you.
Right.
But it's not the reason why you always change. I will say, though, this is a quick caveat. There was a brother I knew that was on medications. Vibrant brother, beautiful wife, beautiful family, and he was losing his libido. He had to get on blood pressure, but then he had managed the blood pressure piece. But then the doctor said you're pre-diabetic. That changes a lot. And he has a very high, in his mind, he wants to have sex, but he just doesn't feel it energy-wise. Right. So just knowing that the diabetes was a part of that equation then, and that impacts, we know how physical health impacts your mental. By going and starting to deal with that, the doctor, we were able to shift some things around and get his libido back up and realize that some of the medications, switching out the medications, and then talking to your partner about, because then he got embarrassed that he couldn't really get an erection. So being honest and transparent, the coach, but just realize what is it that you're really missing. Does that?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. And I wanted to speak on that a little bit, because I have quite a few male friends. And I've had someone tell me before that kind of happened to them, but they didn't tell their wife that. So the wife automatically went to, you don't want me anymore, when it had nothing to do with that. And he was so embarrassed that he couldn't tell his wife what really was happening. So he allowed her to think that, and then it just went downhill from there. I don't want to talk.
But that happens a lot, though. That happens a lot. We both think it's us.
Right.
We're ashamed of what's going on with our body, so we withdraw. She thinks it's her, so I must be fat. Right. Oh, I was feeling insecure about the flab under my arm. Right. And it's not even that. He's like, I don't know how to please you anymore. I can't please you the way I used to, so I'm just going to stay away. Right. So great stuff.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys know this, but a lot of guys don't even notice what we notice. They're not looking at our stretch marks. They're not looking at all that.
Facts.
I mean, there are some asses out there, but for the most part, most men are not looking at that. Once they see our spirit and they know our personalities, really, they of course they want us to be, they're visual beings, right? But they're not looking at all the things that we're looking at. So I would just add to that, if you have a partner who is losing their libido, I would ask some poignant questions and not make it about you.
Right. And if that's too hard, then reach out to somebody like me where I can come in and facilitate that, right? I can talk about experiences. And sometimes when you make it not about the couple and about something else, it's easier to relate because you don't feel like you're going to judge me. And that's the hugest thing about that. Yeah. And but brother, if you need me, call me. We'll talk.
And other thing I want to ask you is, so we have quite a few men who are responding to the show.
Absolutely.
What if they're not comfortable talking to a female? Are there any males that do what you do that can help them? That you can refer them to?
Absolutely. I do have a few men that are coaches throughout the U.S. So
okay. Yeah. All right. So the last letter is, I'm 64. I haven't had sex in 5 years, and now I am dating. What would be the best way to get my juices going again before the actual date? I don't want the guy to be the first in 5 years. I want to be good with my body. You know how this is what I'm interpreting. And she said, this person didn't say all that. No, I was like, when I read this letter, I was like, oh, okay, I think I get here what she's saying. Like, she doesn't want. It's been 5 years. She didn't say why it's been 5 years. Like, did she choose celibacy, or did it wasn't happening for her? The quality of people weren't out there or whatever, but now she's met someone she thinks she wants to do this thing with, and I said this thing, and she wants to make sure that she's ready. So, what are the last words from that last letter?
Last words.
Before we close out.
Break the glass.
Oh, here we go. I love it.
Just break the glass. So it's been 5 years, right? Don't pretend like it's anything else but that. Think about who you were before that 5 years. Did you like sex? Did you not like sex? What do you want to experience now? Forget the past if that's what you want to do. What do you want to experience? I want to experience a nipple orgasm. Bet. Tell your partner.
Sure. Did you say nipple orgasm?
I did.
All right. Y'all gonna have to get in touch with her for that one. That's another show.
But one, get out of your head and kind of talk about it with your partner. Make it light. Make it fun. Say, hey, it's been a minute.
So she should tell him it's been a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. Because then he may do some extra treatment, like really spoil you. Like, who doesn't like to get spoiled sexually, right? Other than him thinking that you're in another space. Because he may have his own preconceived notions, right?
Right.
So be honest. Make it light. Make it fun. Share what your fantasies are. Like, it's been 5 years, so I really want my first time to be at the beach. I want it to be intimate. I want it to be special. I don't want to be in my house. And it might seem like really descriptive, but write your story out about how that first time is going to be, because you're about to pop your virgin cherry again. I mean, can you imagine being whatever age you are and it's been 5 years, a year, whatever it is, and you pop that cherry again?
Yeah.
Can I do a tambourine?
Do the tambourine. All right, you all. So thank you again for joining us. We will see you next week. We'll be talking about health in the 50+ community. And I'm going to tell you all how old I am in case you haven't figured it out yet. We want to thank Mistress Angela. And if you would tell everybody how to get in touch with you, how to get with your classes, we'll close out there. Yes.
Thank you again, Sabrina, for having me here. I really appreciate it coming every time. You can reach me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, the Wifey Life Tribe, as well as my website, The Wifey Life. If you have a friend that knows me, then they can reach me like 911. My friend needs help. I got you. If you go to the website, I have special promotions and where I'm going to be. A lot of times I'm trying to do better with social media, so bear with me. But go to my website and I have all my upcoming events and dates. And if you are really out there and it's like the economy's kicking my butt and you're like, I can't afford you, we'll work out some type of plan or something so you can get where you need to go. Okay? Just say, I got you. And
the Wifey Life.
The Wifey Life.
Thank you. And don't forget, this is About This Aging Thing. Follow us on Instagram at About This Aging Thing. Please share, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We love you guys. Thank you so much for the great response. So excited. Second month. So excited. Yeah! All right. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.